As we have learned in an earlier section, two or more sets may be connected by the set operations such as A union B, A intersect B, and A complement. In this section, we'll learn to represent sets connected by these basic set operations using the Venn diagrams. How do we represent the union operation using the Venn diagram? Recall that A union B is equal to the set of little x such that x belongs to set A or x belongs to set B. So union is synonymous to combining the elements of A and B together. In a Venn diagram, A union B is represented by shading set A first, then by shading set B. So shade the whole circle of A followed by the whole circle of B. Next, how do we represent the intersect operation using the Venn diagram? Recall that A intersect B is equal to the set of little x such that x belongs to set A and x belongs to set B. So intersect is synonymous to finding the overlapping elements of A and B. In Venn diagram, A intersect B is represented by shading the region whereby set A and set B overlap each other. So shade this part where the circle of A overlaps with the circle of B. Next, how do we represent the complement operation using the Venn diagram? Recall that A complement is equal to the set of little x such that x does not belong to set A, but x still belongs to the universal set U. So A complement is synonymous to the elements that are outside of A, but still within the universal set U. In the Venn diagram, A complement is represented by shading the region which is outside set A, but still within the universal set U. So draw a fence around the circle of A. Do not touch anything inside the fence. But outside the fence, shade everything, as long as it is within the universal set. This exercise involves the intersect operation. For part 1, to get A intersect B, we shade the area where circle A overlaps with circle B, or the area that A and B have in common. For part 2, which is the common area between circle A and circle B? Yes, it's just the smaller circle B. For part 3, can you see any common area between A and B? No. Therefore, the answer is the empty set. For part 4, where is A intersect B? Well, do not let the other sets distract you. Just ignore them and focus on A and B. And you'll find the common area is really the same as part 1. How about part 5? Any common area between A and B? Again, pretend that set C is not there. The common area between circle A and B is simply the smaller circle B. Finally, part 6. Where is A intersect B? Well, the common area is just this part. This exercise involves the union operation. In part 1, to get A union B, we combine the circle of A with the circle of B. In part 2, where is A union B? Well, we combine the smaller circle B with the bigger circle A. Part 3. What happens when we do A union B? Simply shade A and then shade B, and you're done. For part 4, where is A union B? We'll do the same. Combine circle A with circle B. Even though set C is there, pretend it is not there. Just concentrate on A and B only. For part 5, ignore the existence of set C. Just combine the smaller circle B with the larger circle A. Part 6, same thing. Just shade A and combine it with B. Remember, do not let the other sets distract you. Just ignore them and focus on A and B only. This next exercise involves the complement operation. To get B complement in part 1, draw a fence around the circle of B. Do not touch anything inside the fence, but outside the fence, shade everything within the universal set. Same for part 2. Draw a fence around B and shade everything outside of B. Part 3 is no different. Draw a fence around B and shade everything outside. In part 4, more sets are involved, but we really only need to focus on B. Draw a fence around B and shade everything outside. Part 5. Draw a fence around B and shade everything outside. Part 6. Draw a fence around B and shade everything outside. So the rule is very simple. Do not let the other sets distract you. Just draw a fence around B and shade everything outside of it. In summary, to get A union B in a Venn diagram, we combine the circle of A with the circle of B, like this. To get A intersect B, we find the overlapping area or the area they have in common, like this. To get A complement, we want the area that is outside of A, but still within the universal set U. So draw a fence around the circle of A. Do not touch anything inside the fence, but outside the fence, shade everything within U. Do not let the other sets distract you. Just ignore them and focus on the sets involved.